Family greetings, one love. I would like to make a response to an article which was published speaking about Dwayne Wade, Gabrielle Union, and Dwayne Wade's son. All right. The first thing I thought of when I saw this photo is that this boy looks like a mini version of Dwayne Wade. If you look at his face, he looks exactly like Dwayne Wade if Dwayne Wade was a child, right? But family, Dwayne Wade's son is having a psychological struggle. All right. Dwayne Wade's son is of the impression that he wants to be a female, right? Now the thing is, I would wonder because we are all human, so we know the ways that we are influenced. We are influenced with visuals, with audio, with repetition, with just generally having an atmosphere that will instill various thoughts. Okay, so my first consideration when I heard that his son wants to be a girl, what kind of home atmosphere is he being exposed to? What type of television programming is he being exposed to? All right, what kinds of atmospheres is he being taken into that would cause him to question his orientation? All right, we all know we are human. A child is like a sponge. So as a child, you will be absorbing whatever is in your environment, right? So the only way you could construct an idea, like thinking that you would want to be another gender, is if you are placed in a predicament which gives you these types of ideas, right? Now, many education models are being presented in this gender neutral way. Maybe he is a victim of the new programming in the elementary schools in which they are showing same sex relationships in textbooks and in storybooks. Maybe he is having a crisis of identity due to the flawed education model. Many children are better suited in a homeschool environment if you can have qualified, certified educators who can actually take them through all the equivalency tests and make sure that they are given the actual curriculum um, precisely. And your homeschool might be better suited so that you can control the atmosphere that your child is exposed to, right? But one of my things that I notice in this issue, Dwayne Wade is on a crusade. Dwayne Wade appears to want to ruffle the feathers of the media more so than consider the privacy and the plight of his child and the psychology of his child because he feels like he needs to respond to the media by stepping it up a notch. All right, recently, Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union took his son to the gay pride parade, right? Now, adult sexual themes are not appropriate for children of any orientation. Why would you submerge your child in this environment knowing that they are not, by any standards, qualified to make these types of statements? Okay, in America, I believe the legal drinking age is 21, right? In the Bahamas, you cannot vote until you are 18. Um, in the Bahamas, the age of consent is 16, and that is still being debated about. But basically, when you have age restrictions on vital functions in society, what you are saying is that a person has to be at this particular age in order to make a statement about this particular issue, an issue of a certain level of gravity and weight, right? So you can't tell me an 11-year-old or a 12-year-old is being given this type of autonomy about matters of sexuality and are actually being exposed to outright sexuality in the form of pride parades with a lot of lewd, drunken behavior with homosexual activity taking place in front of their eyes. So family, I just wanted to weigh in on this issue. Dwayne Wade needs to consider some very relevant points. Is your child of the age to make statements about sexual orientation and sexual desires at 11 years old or 12 years old? And why would you buy into this? This brings to mind many of the conspiracy theories that people promulgate, in which they say that some people have to sell a family member or have some embarrassment ritual in order to attain some level of success, right? So I would say to my brother, I would hope none of these things would have any kind of validity. I would hope it's not even 1% true. I hope our brother can wake up from the weird psychology that he is currently in and try to steer his child into a pathway where his orientation and his psychology can be healed and brought back into um, what is natural and what is the way that he should live. Family, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below about all these dynamics. One love.